Hello, I'm Brendan Anderson with KDOL. Thanks for joining me today. We're here at Levi's Stadium. We got to talk with All-Pro George Kittle, tight end. Made the All-Pro team last year for the first time in his second year in the league, and now he's ready to make a big impact. We got to talk to him after practice today, and this is what he had to say. First of all, congratulations for making the All-Pro team in your second year. How does that feel?
Yeah, pretty fun to go to the Pro Bowl. It's an awesome opportunity just to meet a whole bunch of really good players and learn from them.
So if you were any animal, what animal would you be and why?
I'd be a grizzly bear.
And why?
Because people are scared of them, and but I can also sleep for like 6 months out of the year.
If you were any force of nature, what would you be and why?
That's a good one. I've never been asked that question before. Force of nature. Let's see. I think I'd want to be like a tornado, because like you cause a whole bunch of havoc and then you're just gone. Like I don't have to worry about anything else. I'm just gone.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
That's
that
easy
too.
for me.
List 3 characteristics about who you are as a person.
Let's see. I'd have to go with goofy, outgoing, and hardworking.
All right. When you speak about hardworking, obviously to get to this level, work ethic is huge. Can you talk a little bit about what work ethic means to you and what that looks like in your daily life?
For me, work ethic is whatever your goal is, everything that goes into you acquiring your goal or getting to your goal, you have to work your hardest at it. So I mean, whether that's classes, whether that's practice, whether that's looking after your sister at home when your mom's at work, it doesn't matter. If it goes towards what you want in life, then you got to work hard at it.
Right. So discipline, also kind of the other side of that coin.
Very much so.
You're in great shape playing in the NFL, one of the hardest sports to play. How does that discipline play into your life as well?
I mean, just something that you learn from sports. I think it's accountability, which is basically just, hey, I show up on time, I do what I'm supposed to do, I do my job, and then I respect others. And that's just one thing that's stuck with me my whole life. And you learn that at a pretty young age. And I mean, if you do everything that you're supposed to do, it usually all works out well for you in the end.
If you weren't a professional athlete, what other career would you be interested in?
I'd either want to be a lawyer, because that's what my dad does, and I've always been pretty fascinated with law. Or I'd like to teach. I think teaching's really fun.
Any other passions besides careers, but just things you love to do, interests that you have?
One of my favorite things to do, me and my dad, we climb 14,000 foot mountains in Colorado every summer. So that's a big. I love Colorado. Yeah.
How long does that take, that excursion?
Anywhere from 7 to like 12 hours, depending on the mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta start your climb at like midnight or like 2 a.m., depending on how long the trail is. It's very fun.
Yeah, and then by the end, how are you feeling?
Completely exhausted. Yeah, because you get down off the mountain around like 1 or 2, because if you're up there past 11, storms kick in, they get kind of dangerous. You have to be down pretty quick, but it's definitely, when you climb a mountain, it's one of the best feelings ever.
Wow.
Because you're literally on top of the world.
And lastly, even though you are just a second-year player, you've been a standout player now. And do you find yourself getting more of a leadership role, even though you are more on the younger side?
I was voted captain back in like week 7 or 8. So I mean, that was just it was an honor just to be voted by my teammates and my peers to be a captain. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, you play well, you definitely have to assume leadership, and I love the fact that people view me as a leader, because I view myself as a leader. I view everyone on the team as a leader, and the fact that they voted me just makes me very happy and proud.
Great. Lastly, if any advice you would give to a high school, college athlete that are trying to get in your shoes?
Worry about the things that matter, and don't put a lot of effort into things that don't matter.
Great. Thanks a lot for your time. For KDOL Sports, I'm Brendan Anderson. Thanks for joining me today. We'll catch you in the end zone.